Namaskar. A wave rises from the ocean, lives for some time, and then sets back in the ocean. The raindrop rises from the ocean, stays for some time in different forms, and sets in the ocean. Same is the case with the life, or we can say life cycle, of a jeev, a person. He rises, a form rises, changes forms, and at an appropriate time merges back into where he came from, where the form came from. So the point is, if this is naturally happening, then why meddle? Is a very pertinent question. Then why there are so many approaches, so many meditations and so many things, why are they there? If it naturally has to happen, why is it existing? It is because of one's propensity to get stuck at a place which suits his vanity. One would not like to move out of the shop which one likes. He would like to continue shopping in that shop or shopping mall. Same is the case here. We start with the approach, so what? In the middle, change to now what? And instead of going back to the stage of so what, we get stuck to this state of now what. Because this state gives us a sense of achievement, a sense of beingness, an identity, and it also seeks to boost our identity, the value of our identity that we've assumed. Let's take up a small example. I set up a target to do something. Now, when I set up that target, I muster all the necessary knowledge, necessary tools and equipments, take my horse and start pursuing that goal. Once that goal is achieved, the same horse with different tools, different knowledge, and different identity start pursuing a different goal. By now, when I have achieved that second goal, it is night time. I go to bed, and when the next day I take up another horse, another set of equipments, tools, and another goal. This is an endless process, and it goes on for us who are the sansaric people, and this happening because of the tendency of the mind and the intellect to always keep on saying, now what? Okay, we've done this, and now what? We've done this, now what? So this state continues. And there comes a time when we may realize that there is no need for now what. Now let us come to a state of so what. That is, let whatever is existing exist. It makes no difference to me. And when a proposal for doing something comes up, I say, so what? Let it happen. I'm happy. Now, when I want to reach this stage, then also I change the surroundings, I change the equipment, tools, the knowledge. But at this stage, I'm not willing to leave the horse. I want to enter that sacred place, that sacred cave of so what, on the horseback. Because now I have an identity and I fear getting down from the horse would be disastrous. So I do not do that. Only a few who say, so what, to the situation which mind projects of falling down from the horse and injuring yourself. Only those few people who, despite the mind's warnings, say so what and dismount. Only those few can reach this cave of the heart, which is the abode of so what. When I say the majority of people, even after coming to know that they need to change the mode from now what to so what, they are not getting down from the horses. What I mean is that their mind is looking for, even in this case, doing something, looking for meditations that need a process, that need doing, collecting some tools and some knowledge and using the same horse, moving. But at some point of time, this process will end. And once that ends, resulting in a sort of vacuum or something, when the senses, they start getting tired and that vacuum is there, that is the time when this rider, this pursuer, or this seeker of so what, this seeker would have to dismount from the horse. That is to say, he cannot treat this process of reaching this place as an end. This process, even if it involves sitting on a horse, it is just a process, and it has to ultimately lead to a place where this seeker would have to dismount. So this has to be borne in mind. At some point of time, each one of us has to dismount from now what to so what. As a child, we were in this situation of so what, where whosoever came, whatever situation came up, and whatever things were presented to us, they had a very limited application in our life, momentary. And once that immediate need is over, our attitude towards that was so what. So, be it even the king coming in front of the small child will make no difference. He'll say, so what if you are a king? So, after this stage, after 3 years or so, when psychologists say the ego starts coming up, after the stage, when the consumer, when the desirer, once the perceiver of all impulses around, when this person takes shape, his mind says, now what? This action of now what prepares him for taking care of his daily requirements, the roti, kapda, makan, medical, that is housing, the clothing, the food, etc. That is the basic requirements for sustenance of his body have to be catered by him. And it is the self through this body which will make one do and reach a level where all these requirements are taken care of. Even at this stage, ego is not needed. The doership is not needed. But by asking questions of now what, the ego is nurtured. So, mere being aware of this fact that when we go in the presence before the Lord Almighty and say, I want to return to that state of so what, one has to be mentally prepared to leave the horse, dismount, come on the knees and bow down before him and say, please get me back to the same state where I started from. And there is no doubt one will reach. Thank you.